A new year and new things to talk about with Ohio State football. Welcome to 2026. Thank you for tuning in to the Ohio State Football Report. We're glad to have you guys. A lot to talk about for the Buckeyes in this one. A new coach, you got players leaving, and you got players that you hope are coming to Ohio State. As the transfer portal opens on January 2nd. Lot to talk about. Let's get right into it. The Buckeyes have hired Cortez Hankton as their new wide receivers coach. You may remember we did a video, I'm going to say a month ago, maybe less than a month ago, on Cortez Hankton. He interviewed with Ohio State for an offensive position. We didn't know if it was OC. We didn't know if it was wide receivers coach. It ends up he will be the new wide receivers coach. That position being left behind by Brian Hartline. He was OC and wide receivers coach. So let's welcome Cortez Hankton. He is now a Buckeye. He's a part of the program. He's a part of the brotherhood. Glad to have him. Let's hit that thumbs up button. We do it for all the new Buckeyes and coaches and whatnot. Hit that thumbs up button. Let Buckeye Nation know you are welcoming Cortez Hankton. More on Hankton here. His experience, SEC primarily, with Georgia, with LSU. Look, these are successful programs over the past however many years, right? That 2019 to 2021, that's a Georgia run to be a part of. And then LSU's had some good times over the past couple of years, and not national title worthy, I guess. And then you think about, the talent mixed in with that. We did a short earlier today on it. George Pickens, McConkey, Malik Nabers. This is why you want to sub. We talked about all this a while ago when Hankton interviewed. He's got the experience as a recruiter. He's got the experience as a coach of good talent. He has all the experience that Ohio State wanted in their next wide receivers coach. Now, the reviews, thoughts from other fan bases, thoughts from Ohio State's fan base, mixed as hell. A lot going on all over the place. I don't like to live on Twitter. I don't like to take Twitter's opinion as gold and as the end say and whatnot. But yeah, I've seen a lot of mixed reviews. A lot of LSU fans glad to see him go. A lot of Buckeye fans that like that he worked with Pickens, with Nabers. His recruiting's been very good for LSU. A lot of Buckeye fans saying, hey, LSU has not been great lately. He left Georgia for a reason, and he was a bad offensive coordinator. So, again, it's mixed reviews right now for Cortez Hankton, which I think is tough because I was really excited, and I like the names he's connected to, and I like the whole deal with Cortez Hankton in general. I want to leave it up to you. We gave you the information. We let you know what's going on with Cortez Hankton. Give it a grade. A, B, C, D, or F. Grade the hiring of new wide receivers coach Cortez Hankton down below. Another person of interest after the Hankton hire is tight ends coach Keenan Bailey. Another good reason to subscribe. We've talked plenty about him, whether it be the Heartline replacements video, Hankton, when he was interviewed, we talked Bailey. The next logical step for Keenan Bailey seemed like at the least he'd be wide receivers coach and co-offensive coordinator like Brian Hartline was with Chip Kelly, right? That seemed like a natural progression. So wide receivers coach is now filled. Is Keenan Bailey just going to straight up be the OC? Is that what we're looking at now? Chip Kelly's been hired. The Buckeyes have lost out on other candidates. We'll probably get back to a replacements and updated replacements video here soon. I still like Jerry Neuheisel as an option. I think there's still good options for Ohio State. But I wonder about Keenan Bailey, the tight ends coach. For the game against Miami, he got moved from the sideline to the booth. I think that says a lot about play calling and being the offensive coordinator. There is an interesting situation here with Keenan Bailey. Have to keep our eye on it. I think he will end up being Ohio State's next OC, but you got to hit that sub button so you can stay up to date. Good opportunity now before we get to our other Ohio State football news here on New Year's Day. This episode brought to you by Prize Picks. Whether you're starting a new routine or making player picks for the first time, trying something new can be hard. But in life and on Prize Picks, it always feels good to be right. With high-pressure playoff matchups every weekend and elite hoops action almost every night, the action never stops, and Prize Picks lets you take control. My brother, my aunt, they're at New Year's Eve. They don't have anything to talk about. They don't know what's going on. My brother shows my aunt the Prize Picks app, how it works, how they can win, all that going on. Next thing you know, she's into the game. Unfortunately, Ohio State loses. But do the same with your family today on New Year's Day or any event where you're just trying to hang out, show someone the Prize Picks app. Two-pick power play example for the Rose Bowl. More on Fernando Mendoza, 220.5 passing yards. I like it. Bama's defense has had some tough moments lately, and more on Ty Simpson. Look, it's just a half a passing touchdown. Needs one, right? You got to do it. That's a two-pick power play. more, and more. You got to find your community on Prize Picks because this is great. With new social media features, you can share Prize Picks with your friends, copy their lineups from winners with a single click. Copy lineups you like or to use them as inspiration for your own picks. You can even follow Prize Picks partners like us and tail or fade with just one click. Download the app today and use code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That is code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks, it's good to be right. Transfer portal season is heating up. Got to pay attention right now. This is a really big time for Ohio State, especially with the games being done. They have to turn their focus to the transfer portal. Immediately after the game, we find out a name was leaving, and then this morning, of course, we find out a name was leaving. I wouldn't be surprised as this video goes out if more names leave for Ohio State. So 2 guys heading out, entering the transfer portal, plan to enter it technically because it opens on the 2nd. First things first, as expected, no big surprise here, Lincoln Kienholz will enter the transfer portal. I will note, if he doesn't find a good fit, Lincoln Kienholz can just come back next season. I'm not saying that's really going to happen, but just a note there. This is a guy who worked really hard at Ohio State, tried to win the job this year. I don't know. Part of me thinks he might have won that game last night, but that's just a Billy Down bad moment right now, thinking about Ohio State and Miami. Look, congrats to Lincoln. I hope he gets a good opportunity here. I am worried. This was the 4th quarterback for Ohio State to transfer in the last 3 years. Things did not go well for Aaron Noland and Devin Brown. I hope it is a Kyle McCord situation for Lincoln Kienholz where he gets to go off, play somewhere, and eventually make it to the NFL and at least get his shot there. Now a name that semi-surprised me. We did talk about him in a video as a possible transfer portal candidate, Kienholz Thurman. This one really stunk because he announced, or it was whatever, the news was broken immediately after the game last night. Kienholz Thurman is transferring, will enter the transfer portal. Tom Downey here on Chat Sports, he predicted he would transfer last year. Thurman got less snaps this year than last year and has eligibility left. It just makes sense. That's why we talked about him as a transfer portal candidate. Buckeyes are going to be slim at tight end, which I think that's a good thing because they used way too many this season. But good luck again to Kienholz Thurman and Lincoln Kienholz. Don't miss any of the transfer portal buzz. We're going to have a name to watch in just a second. Guys are entering the transfer portal. They'll come to Columbus from the transfer portal. 15 names left last year. I think close to 13 came in for Ohio State. So make sure you are up to date. Hit that sub button right now. Isaac Brown, this is a top portal running back, a big-time name in the transfer portal. Lightning in a bottle is how he's described. Had a great year at Louisville. He is entering the transfer portal. I just like to give you guys names, keep you up to date. There's a joke going around that Ohio State's connected to everybody in the transfer portal. Why the hell not? The Buckeyes are really good. These guys are really good. Put them together. I don't think a running back is the top position the Buckeyes should be looking at going after. Do want to note too this with Hayes Fawcett. Source telling On3 he has a no contact tag, basically telling teams, don't try to recruit me. I know where I want to go, or I will call you and try and figure out where I want to go, which leads me to believe he probably has either a short list or the team he wants to already go to, which is troubling because that means he probably negotiated or talked with them or visited or something else like that. So we'll keep an eye on Isaac Brown as a transfer portal candidate for the Buckeyes. Closing out the New Year's show, what position should Ohio State target in the portal? Go after a star like Isaac Brown at running back, or say, hey, we got bullied on the offensive line against Miami. Let's hit the O-line and get some monsters to help out Julian Sand and company. What position should Ohio State target in the transfer portal? Let us know down below.